Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister. Well, Paimon believes in. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel. Although, where should we go next? Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the. You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understand. Well, we've ruled out two gods so far, the Anemo and Geo. Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Atsuko, let's see what she has to say.
Oh. Hello. Oh, is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get...
Oh, so that's why you're here.
Great! We came to the right...
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly small.
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out all I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was after I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact...
What a horrible journey! And you said...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated vision. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long, what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon... You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders, but if you really are set on going, there is...
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to...
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be... The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go fight.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable... She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing. I guess that time...
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing!
Paimon. What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... Yes.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that...
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally...
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's...
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great hero here might be in a...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Awesome.
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even... The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their... There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons, and with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect...
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly... Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
when a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that as for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's got. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma.
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to
You just want him to take part in your
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazu,
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is
go on, get yourself to Guyun. I've already fixed up the arena. You can't.
What in the world?
Martial arts tournaments always remind me of the duels they have, but when the combatants are obliged to exercise restraint,
Solidify! Yeah. Solidify! Quake! Solidify! Rise! Gather!
we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against? Hello? Are you here to compete?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just the Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat.
Uh-huh. Also,
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above him. I told you. Unarmed. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them.
uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. All right, we're...
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of...
Hi there. Are you here for the
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skill. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our...
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan. And his you probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu. And to the Ling Shan clan, he teaches a special technique.
Force disperse?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you. And for example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're...
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Link folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan.
See you in the arena. If we win, we could even...
Keep your voice down. What if the master heard you've been...
See you in the arena. Watch out for my signature...
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the crux? If so, seems I found myself.
So you're also here for the
You better believe it. Huh, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I... For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a success... I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and... See, in most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made... I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
Chinksa Village Arm Wrestling Champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Oh, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the class?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk in...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of... So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbinger child.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely...
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us...
There's another prize, too? Oh, first...
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave...
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the turn. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you. All right, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me into the...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the...
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on just now. So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two?
All right. Let me think how to aptly... You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up again. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start... For one thing, We don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention. So, I'm putting you straight through to the...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinal.
To be fair,
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who... We're finally here, folks. The real
The captain seems to have high... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quick... I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure...
relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna lose.
Don't worry. Take some time to compose...
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have... But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that master?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experience.
Wow! Now that's...
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be so...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his feet and swift I faltered for but a brief moment. But given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, still, I'm sure he'll be no match for... You've got nothing to worry about. Nobody here can stack up...
Hey there! Well, what?
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match... I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear... Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you...
Oh, all right then. Hope your buddy makes it.
Thanks, I'll do my best. I missed my only chance.
Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath...
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think that...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land...
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across... Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feat...
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment.
Kazuha has had his eye on you from the moment you... If you've got anything to ask him, this'll be...
Now that we're alone, let me cut. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental ability, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some...
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just... It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they... However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make... Now then, let... You control... Oh, pay no attention to me. I was just...
Here we go.
By royal decree,
Oh, protect us.
think you can get away?
Yahoo! Yeah.
Brace yourselves. Ha. Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach, even with your opponent's speed. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables he relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attack please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems. And
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so
I desire to know what meaning visions have and what influences the god's decision to grant My apologies. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer some...
She sounds less like an Archon and more like...
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But it goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not...
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will... If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from... Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Just be sure to not be...
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Why isn't he here? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention! We've reached the climax of the We've seen many exciting battles today, and now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn.
Wow!
I've been waiting.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrill, but today's final round will sure. As for our other combatant, oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for— Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the—
Wait a moment. Something does. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who did?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cry.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's... The culprit, the vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the...
I'll stay behind and explain the situation here. The spectators were all geared up to see an exciting match.
It's my fault that the vision... Though Captain Beto says she doesn't blame me.
Word is, the prize has been stolen, and that the final...
Who would dare steal from...
The vision was stolen? And in broad daylight?
I was really looking forward to the final match.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
By royal decree!
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still—
No boat could ever match the speed of the...
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision! Or if I could activate this one.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria. But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch—
Aha! So you were supposed—
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone— I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to— Drat. This could— I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a—
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is break—
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot—
Whoa! We don't need to go that far.
I never would have guessed you could be— If this is where talking gets me, then forget it! I'll—
Royal decree! I'll protect you!
Just you watch!
Go, Barbara, go!
Just a temporary setback.
No! Do what you want, but please, don't—
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet, put down the vision and leave. I've changed—
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for— It's up to you. Such willingness is
No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it!
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all— When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer.
The vision didn't seem to respond.
I see. So you are also unable to No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story behind this?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that...
Kazuha!
All right then. It's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us.
Huh? Did Beta leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady... It seems that the Crux Clash got out of hand this time and has a... Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off.
It's not unusual.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea. In which case, the Crux Clash comes to a...
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present, but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the...
Paimon believes you'll find a...
Thank you. May both our... One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm